Okay, here we go. Welcome on the table with Fabina. Today I have a very special guest. She lives at this moment, if I'm correct, in London, and it's Laura. Laura, introduce yourself a little bit.
Okay, I'm a massage therapist. I started 3 years ago. I study a lot in those 3 years and work a lot, and I managed now to have 20 different kind of technique on my shoulder. And last but not least, just a few days ago, I learned the border technique. And I'm an assessor in a school, in a very big school in London, massage school. And I am an LSA at the London College of Beauty Therapy. That is one of the number one beauty school in London, basically. So
so,
yes,
so why
I'm
did
a judge.
okay?
Huh?
I was
Sorry.
no, doesn't matter. Why did you started to with your massage?
I started actually because it was during the lockdown. My daughter, she was 14, so she needed beauty treatment. And I started online first, and then I actually enjoyed to do that, especially the massages. So while I was at the London College of Beauty Therapy, where now I'm working, as soon as after the lockdown, I applied for the school. I did the school, the beauty school, and then I started to specialize in massages. In the meantime, I was working and doing massages just to pay my studies, basically. And so in the last 3 years, basically, I worked and reinvest all my money in in learning technique, in specializing those technique, and be actually perfect at those technique, or try to be perfect at those technique.
So you were speaking about 20 kind of techniques. Can you give some examples about it?
Oh yeah, my sports massage.
Mm-hmm.
And in here in London, there are three level 3 and 4 and 5. And I did all the five. I love the California massage because it helped a lot of the people to relax. It's not very well known here in London, but it helped a lot reduce the stress, reduce anxiety, reduce all this kind of I cannot say mental health problem, but the everyday life that drive us crazy
Yes.
and help a lot. Exactly, help a lot to reduce all those symptoms, basically. And also it's very good um, for mental health, literally, because the origin of this massage is coming from the Gestalt theory, that is psychology, literally.
So is there you speak or what is special on this technique?
Basically, it's going to work on the sensory level of the body, tridimensional sensory level, and the massage is it's quite light, no? And basically, I'm telling to my clients, um, uh, this massage has light stroke all over the body, but it's very, sometimes we do a different change. We change our stroke instead of when the body is used to that kind of stroke. We change a little bit and we confuse a little bit the brain. And slowly, after half an hour, some people, they actually starting to cry, literally. Some people, they said, one of my clients told me that he blanked out his mind completely.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to, when I finished the massage, he went on the sofa and he told me, I'll pay you later because I'm exhausted. And he slept 2 hours in the afternoon and the whole night afterwards. So it was extremely relaxing and extremely nurturing. Some people, they have regression with this massage, and they want to take your hands because they want to feel like the hug of the mom. So I love this massage. I
So it
really
is a
love
lot
this
of
massage.
stroking, it's a lot of effleurage, or what do you?
Exactly. There are a lot of effleurage,
Mhm.
yes, continual effleurage, but also there are yeah, mainly is kind of effleurage, different kind of way. There is no kneading, definitely. There is no cupping or stuff like that. But there is, yeah, basically different version of effleurage, sort of, yes.
Okay. So what else did you learn? Or
Ah,
do you
other
possess?
things I love, another massage I love, and the clients are actually very happy to receive it, is the abdominal massage that
Psoas.
I, eh?
Psoas
Abdom
massage.
abdominal massage, yes.
Okay, yes. Yeah. Okay.
Abdominal. This massage, it was the story of this massage was funny because one of my instructor told me, "Oh, you have to go to do Dear Vigo," but I went until to Ireland, and I met a wonderful friend in Ireland there. He was my
Mhm.
roommate at that time. The course, it wasn't what I wasn't expecting. So when I came back, I went to actually the abdominal therapy collective, where there is Rosita Vigo, and they teach me this massage that um, I use, not always in full this massage, but sometimes some strokes I put it here and there in the deep tissue massage or sports massage, depends, no? And this massage is helping to create the uh, homeostasis. And
Mhm.
homeostasis means the balance
Mhm.
inside the womb, not the womb, actually, the reproductive system.
Mhm.
So recreating the homeostasis, so recreated the balance in terms of blood flow, lymphatic system, nourishing, and all these kind of things. They
Okay.
will actually help also if there is some problem with reproduction or stuff like that, fertility. Definitely will help the people in this way, no?
Okay.
So there are a lot of maneuver that in terms of also bone adjustment,
Mhm.
and a lot of maneuver around the uterus, literally, that also can the the people at home, they can do by themselves to keep the pelvic area healthy. So I use this one, some of the maneuver with a pregnant lady
Uh-huh.
that the day after gave the birth to his child. And because she has contraction, I press in some point. And the funny thing she told me is that she felt the pain shifting.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was super effective, and I was super pleased to hear that, to be fair.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm with a massage, probably because I worked in hospital for 10 years, but I'm always coming back to massages that can help the people literally, not just, as we used to say, a rub in the back.
Okay. So can you say, yes, I hear deep tissue, a trigger point that you mentioned also.
Let's say the deep tissue. Deep tissue more. I love more, to be fair, the sport massage, because the sport massage is the one I'm using more with the deep tissue, definitely, and this is the one I'm teaching. So, um, but I love this one because I see results on people with pain.
Okay.
People that have pain everywhere, they come here, oh, I had this injury, I have these other injuries, I have this, I have that. And with the right pressure, with the right maneuver, they go out and they feel literally new. Clients that I have, they actually call me because they wake up in the morning and they weren't able to move the neck, and it took me an hour, few things, a few instrument I had to use, but at the end of the day, she was capable to move the neck. And so a lot, what I'm always saying to the people, and they think that is a concept that a lot of person misunderstand. Massage is not just what the massage you received when you go for a spa day with friends to relax. Massage is actually much, much more than that. It can be actually real tools to help the people to be better, to feel, to sort out problem, because some problem, muscle problem, you cannot do much aside for the massage, literally. And a proper massage with a professional therapist is actually changing the day of the people, literally. I think, yeah, it's, and that's why probably I love a lot this massage, because I see even when I go to tennis tournament with professional athletes that are worried about their performance and stuff like that, I see that actually they're happy. Oh, I feel better. Oh, okay. Can Laura stay the whole week to the tournament? So, yeah, they get ready for the day after to try to win. So we have to be very careful in what we are doing at the same time. So it's not just okay, press, 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 press. That is another myth that I discover with my experience working with the people, that if they don't feel pain, huge pain, they are not happy. Actually, you can be effective with the right maneuver, with the right procedure, without even making them suffer like hell, literally.
But sometimes they, that the muscles are relaxed. Yeah. There is no pain. There is no need to show pain.
Exactly, exactly.
So, and sometimes even when you have a trigger point, you can do that on a soft way.
Exactly.
But we have, I speak for Belgium, of course. We are, of course, close to each other. We only have to swim a little bit and then we are together.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you with us, it's like Thai massage. It has to be, they have a wrong vision about Thai massage. We know that Thai massage is stretching, and is it really massage? That's my point. It's stretching, it's lifting, but normally you have your clothes on.
Yeah.
And what we see here in Belgium, I speak of course in Belgium, they use oil, hot oil, instruments. They use their little hands like I tried one foot massage in Thai. It was Thai foot massage because it was, we got it with something. It was a voucher with something. I don't remember it. It's not important. And she did foot massage and asked a soft foot massage. Laura, it was she broke my bones.
Oh
And I
my
said to
goodness.
her, do it soft because I ordered soft. But you know, they only think they have to press, and they have so little hands, half of mine, and they have the power of breaking your foot or
Yeah, yeah.
something else. I don't know, but it's not needed. You know that too. If you trigger point, of course, you have the tension of the muscles and you have the connective tissue. And because it's glided, yeah, that's what it's like. You know, if you have the skin of on a drum, you know, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
So if
exactly.
you want to press in the drum, it's unable, but it's the same
It's-
in the. So if you just do like this, very soft touch, it it sometimes can kill them. You don't have to do like this.
No, no, no. Yeah, there is a misconception also from the client. You're
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely right that if they don't suffer when they have the massage, it's not effective. It was in the past. Now there is so much science around the massages now, and so many discover that, and so many innovation that actually you don't need to suffer as much. I mean, yes, usually it's the pain is around 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10 if you are very tight,
Mhm.
and you need to have a tissue change, but you don't have to broken bones or create hematoma that, like it happens to me once, that I came back and said, I'm feeling something that is not right. I'm feeling something that's right. I took off my jacket. I saw huge big hematoma on my arms, and so that's absolutely not acceptable, definitely. But this is the life. And then yeah, you can as I said, there is a lot of science in many of the massages, like as I said, the Californian, for example, but also the Vodder. I just finished the Vodder, and to learn all about this kind of massage is it took me a month of study. All this is lymphatic system, all the problem like lymphedema, lipodema, and all these kind of things that are bringing me back to uni when I was in Italy. When I was in Italy, yes, and I had to study those things, and in this case, even more in details, and I have amazing results with that. People that they have, lymphedema because they had cancer and they had surgery and they removed the lymph node, for example, what they did, they say, "Are you sure that is effective? I don't feel anything." Yes, you will be fine. You will be
Mhm.
fine. And then at the end of the day, the pain that I have on their arms disappear. But with the physiotherapy didn't work. With this, it didn't work. With that, it didn't work. With the massages, work. Yes, because I did what it needed to be done for your body, literally, no? Activate the lymphatic flow
Mhm.
and help them to drain all the excess of the liquid that created the pain in your arms, for example.
And do they
So,
also teach you that you can do something wrong?
sorry?
Can also did they tell you that you can do something wrong for example, lymphatic drainage?
With the yeah, I mean, you have to. They told that something wrong. Yeah, you can do something wrong. So unless you have the specialization with the Voder, it's better be careful. Definitely, because there are. I think it's one of the most difficult massage I learned in my life. Because there are so many stroke and for a little time of for a little area of your body, for example, just around the neck, you have to do 15 time maneuvers different,
Mhm.
and and then and so it's very difficult. So it basically it's like you learning 10 different kind of massages to cover your whole body, because 15 maneuver over here, 15 maneuver on the chest, 15 maneuver on the, so basically it's literally learning different kind of massages. And yeah, if you don't, if you're not qualified with the bother, definitely you cannot do those kind of type of massages. That I consider clinical massages, and that in England, um, even the insurance cover the cost of this massage.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so it's very good. It's a very good massage, in fact, and there are not many therapies because it's quite difficult, I have to say. It's but you have amazing result, even if you do as an aesthetic things, because you can use as for aesthetic um, purpose. You see the centimeters that are going down, and it's just a stretch of the skin, literally, but done in a proper way, and knowing all the science, because this is a massage that was invented by a doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So it's, yeah, I know.
so a doctor that comes from from your area, literally. Yeah, then he moved to Austria, but you know what we can say.
Yeah, yeah, so of course, of course. So, what except learning therapy also, if I'm correct, of course, otherwise you correct me, you
Yeah.
also have experience of competing during a championship.
Oh,
How is
yes.
your, can you give some experience about being on a championship? Because some want to do it but are afraid to do it, or I know you have. Let me start with being a participant. How was your
Yeah.
experience about that?
Yeah. Oh, be a
It's not
participant.
important where, you just say your experience.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Be a participant. It was tough. Is tough for everybody because the adrenaline goes high, and the worry of doing mistakes. It's big when you're doing. People judges that look at like a hawk sometimes. And they are around you and you say, I'm doing good, I'm doing bad. Cameras that they filming you, the music that is not maybe what you're used to do,
But you can
but
use your earplugs
yeah,
in
you
on
can
that.
use your headphone. Yeah, sometimes you can use the headphones, sometimes they don't allow you, depends on the places.
Mhm.
Sometimes the music is so high, so even if you put the iPhone, the headphone, you don't hear your music, and so
I would say
but
I go then and say, put the music down.
down. But it's amazing experience anyway, because when you go there is an atmosphere that is so it's like to be in another world. Literally, the time passes so quickly
Mhm.
that you cannot even realize that you're doing the competition.
Mhm.
The judges, some judges are very detached from the participants. Some other they go in there and they give. They help them. They give some justice. I don't know. They try to calm down also the participant. Depends on which place, which competition you go, because there are a lot of federations. So
Yeah, yeah, there are a lot
and
and different
yeah.
ones, but
Ah,
different ones. But we don't have to make,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's not
Go
important.
there. But yeah, it's amazing, and I managed to when I went to a world championship, and it was amazing when they call your name and say you are in the final, and I was. out of the moon to know that, to hear that, or when they call you because in some federation they they go on the podium also the judges, because they
Okay.
control and they judge the judges, and when you go on the podium and you get your third place, second place as a best judge, and you say, wow, I managed to achieve so much. Yes, I worked 7 days a week. I study like hell, but um, the accomplishment that you have at the end is wonderful. Even if you don't win, but the time you spend there and watch other people, other technique, for me, it's an investment only for that because you learn stuff. You say, oh, he can do this in this way, and I never thought I could do. And maybe you are in a situation that you need to use that kind of technique. So you do it.
So
And
you take techniques from others, and what do you do with it?
for example, if I found myself in a situation where the room is, because sometimes I'm working in hotel rooms, or I'm working in houses because I'm a mobile therapist. Sometimes there isn't the right space we need to move ourselves around the clients in a proper way. And you find that this guy gave you an idea how to do the same things in a different way that can maybe suits the situation where you are. And I'm using it,
So
definitely.
if I understand it well, you
Yeah.
use a technique and you do it Laura's way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
exactly.
And you also stand on the other side, being
Yeah,
judged.
as a judge. As a judge, yes.
So how is your experience then? Because of course you have participant, being participant, and also judge.
Mm. As a judge, it's difficult because you have
I
people
would say, is it easy? No, it's
like you that
difficult.
have much more experience and knowledge, and so it's an honor to work with those kind of people because you learn from the participant in terms of maneuver, but also you learn from the judges. They teach you, oh, look, I don't think this one is appropriate. So they tell you their impression clear after the competition, but they tell you, oh, I think this but after you voted, after you give everything, but there is a good discussion, and you can learn how to be a better judge speaking with the other judges because they give you their point of view and their experience to you, and you understand, oh, I didn't know that about that. I didn't notice that actually. I should have noticed that. So you learn to see better in the next competition, literally, and to judge better, to understand more the mistakes that you did in the past when you were on the first experience in judging, and say, oh, no, I should have say no to that. And that is actually difficult because you have the responsibility of a person that is in literally your hand and say, oh, you're better than the other one, and maybe you think you are the best, or maybe you think you are a good therapist, and someone else tell you that you're not the best. You are like others, or or there is this person that is better than you. And in some way, I think is frustrating for the person that participate. But I think on the other side, and for many participants, or at least for me, it's a way to say, I can be better. I have to work harder. I have to learn better, and I have to do better, definitely.
Yeah, but even I have a lot of experience. You know that.
Yeah.
Even I learn every time new things. I go every year. I have new class. I go somewhere to learn, somewhere to learn spiritual courses, emotional courses, also techniques, of course, because we need. But I constantly evolve, also with judging, also with everything, because it's needed. If you say, okay, I'm the best, I know everything, it's the big cross and stop. Yeah, because we are constantly evolving, constantly. For example, sometimes I have a client on my table, and afterwards I thought, okay, what did I do? I did something, and it was okay. It was maybe some things that I had seen but forgot, and I just do it automatically because it's unconscious that you use some techniques that you think, or techniques that you learned many, many, many years, because I learned in 2009 was my first big diploma from anatomy, physiology, all that kind we need to learn. And yeah, I learned so many techniques that sometimes it's unable to do them all in 1 hour. So you do things, and sometimes you use this, then you use that, it's sometimes you forgot that you have learned that. And then suddenly you need it, and your body says, this you have to
Do
do.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
True.
amazing.
Especially,
I
yeah,
did,
go,
for
sorry.
example, because you were talking about your back.
Yeah.
I can say that now. You have a little bit
Yeah,
of
yeah, no
pain.
problem.
We are, of course, we are helping. That's one of our negative of the other side of the medal. We
Yeah.
help a lot other people, and sometimes we need some aid from somebody. And where are we going? That's a big question. So I will afterwards give you some exercise that you can do for your lower back, because
Yeah.
because on my website, www.adoenia.be, there are exercise. It's free, so you can also, Laura, you can go to my website and see it, because of course I can tell a lot, but it's better if you see the exercise. There's some drawings on, so you can use those
Yeah.
to get yourself better. But
Okay.
that is our big challenge, to get ourselves better, because we
Yeah.
help always somewhere else. But who is helping us? That
True.
is always the biggest question.
Yeah. And it's difficult. I realize one thing, but that you're starting to doubt other people because you know your job and you say, this person is good as that she will do or he will do what I needed really. And
That's
so I realized I became picky, and that's bad, absolutely bad. Probably because also I had a bad experience with some people, but yeah. And you should do it sometimes when a person is doing the massage to me. It's oh, she's not doing the maneuver correctly. Why is she doing that?
you are high expected, because
Yes, too much sometimes.
I have this feeling too. And I was going from the one therapist to the other, and then I suddenly said, okay, close, because then they were doing. I had one who who did my shoulder, because I fell from the stairs and I helped myself. My problem about on my
Yeah.
knees. I
Mm-hmm.
held myself so I didn't fall down on my knees. So my shoulders were a little bit almost out of the joints. What did they do? They just left my arm like this, and now I can do it because they put it back. But I had a lot of pain, and even then they forced me. When I came back, Laura, I was unable to use my arm again.
What?
Really.
Uh,
And I went back because I thought, okay, it's my body. And again. And I thought, time out. No way,
No
look
more.
for another.
No, yes, because one of the other problems that I found also here in England, that there are so many people that they're not prepared at all. So they have one or two certificates and then they do whatever, just to open the shop. And that's those are the results. For me, a huge hematoma on my arms, for you, dislocation or stuff like that. And also, yeah, and this is not correct. They should do something because um uh, as I said, there is science behind a massage. There is not just stroke and that's it. And
No, it's
so
not patting like our cat.
e- exactly, rubbing on the back. Exactly, when you and there are so many people that destroy our professionalism and our
Yeah.
sector, to be fair. And we we need to raise professional people like us. uh, we have to sometimes, I think we have to raise the voice and say, no, guys, but we need a better guideline. We need a more control on our profession, um, because it is there are so many people around that makes you um, damage on your body instead of helping you.
Yeah,
And
because they don't learn. Sometimes they only, like, for example, I was talking about the Thai. You know what is really Thai. And we have
exactly,
been in
exactly,
Thailand too.
exactly.
So we know what is Thai massage. You saw it, the demonstrations there, the workshop they gave there. So we know what is Thai massage. And if you compare it with the Thai was here, it's just torture massage.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's not a
Exactly.
massage, it's torture. And
Yeah.
people, of course, people, that's also the intention of this podcast, that
Yeah.
people, so everybody, because I'm going to interview a lot, so to have your opinion from Sima, from Rosanna, from Gerard, from everybody who has want to do this, who is really a therapist, to get their experience. Because, some just do. I've got also my students who had a basic course. They wanted to start. And I said, no, you have to evolve. You have to get, a little bit, that, okay, there's muscles, there is, yeah, you have the 5 systems, but you have seven bodies. Nobody, then they are, what? But it's true. You have your etheric body, also there you're working on. You have an emotional body, you have other bodies. They don't know it. And they just
No.
want to
No.
open it something. It's not working. I studied, I'm still studying. I'm telling you. Official, it was 2009, but I started before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. But definitely. And also, I'm a head therapist in a company, and sometimes I'm doing trade tests for this company, and it comes out that I'm asking, especially for people that they want to do sports massage or deep
mhm.
tissue massage, and they need to know their muscles, they need to know the anatomy, they need to know what they touch and what they stretch and what they were actually doing and why they're doing that. And there are some people they do massages, and I'm asking, what is the trapezius? That is one of the most simple muscle. No,
Yeah,
trapezius.
that's,
It's there. It's yeah. And and they don't know.
but also they don't know where a muscle begins and ends.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
But
it's important.
I'm not pretending those kind of things,
Yeah,
and
but
I'm
it's
not
also
pretending.
important. I had
It
one,
is. It is
one, one,
actually.
one. I will tell you something. It's really, I couldn't believe it. It was somebody who won a medal on a championship, and she didn't know where the quadratum lumborum started and end. And it's the easiest one because it's on your rib and your hip.
Exactly. Exactly. I remember because they asked me when I did my ITech course in level 5, they asked me where are the origin and the insertion of the quadratum lumborum. So I will never forget that muscle. But there are people that even they don't know the muscle and they pretend to do the massages. So it's one of the things that I'm always recommend to people wherever you're going, ask for certification. It's better to be picky than to be blind.
But even
Because
they are having a certification, they have
they
to
don't know. They
evolve.
don't know. They don't know. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Because the person who was talking, she had a certification. She went to school, and a very good school. But she didn't know. She
Oh
said,
my
oh, it's not
goodness.
important. I said, yes, it's important to know the beginning and the end. And also know what kind of massage, what kind of muscle, sorry, what kind of muscles you have both layers about layers, because one muscle like this, and like that. So you have to know, because sometimes you have a triggered one point between different kind of muscles.
Muscles. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
take it wrong, you jump. And if you have a
Yeah.
little bit longer nails, you scratch, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, trust me. I see people massaging with fake nail.
Really, with me, if my students, I said, okay, I give you 1 week. If those nails are still like that, you have to choose between your nails and your course. Because I always said, if you go like, like the other side, of course, from the neck to the trapezius, you just one scratch, say, you can eat meat tonight. And then they start laughing. But it's not funny, you know?
No. It's not funny
I
because
have
then the clients, especially clients, when they pay £100, £150, 100, £200 for a massage, they don't want to be scratched. Imagine if they have a night out and they have a nightgown with the back completely exposed. Not nightgown, yeah, night dress, nightgown, with the back completely exposed, and there is a scratch of the massage therapist.
Yeah, but only that, you also, if you can, what's underneath the nails.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
They can wash their hands
Literally.
200 times a day, but it stays.
Yeah.
So, what else can I ask you? Let me think. You also were talking about tools.
Tools. Oh yes, there is one
What is your
tool.
favorite tool to use as massage?
Uh,
I
as a
will
massage,
say
I
everything.
I'm not telling the name, but I can. I know it's downstairs in my bag, but it basically is one of the things that for scraping on the muscles.
Washer.
Not the washer, no. It's in iron. It's made of steel. Now that
Yes.
I'm using when I'm doing the sports massage, no,
Mhm.
for people that they have muscle that looks like bone and
Mhm.
not muscle. They're so tight. And but I see it looks like, when the gang of New York, those kind of metal stuff that you want to punch someone. And instead, it's quite scary to see. And when the clients say, I will use now tools for you, and so you can, I say, that? You're beating me with that? No, I'm helping you, not beating you. And I love it because it does miracle. Really, it does miracle. I love that.
But sometimes
Sometimes
it gives bruises.
sometimes give, yeah. So you have to be very careful on how to use it,
And do you
definitely.
use some cream afterwards to stop the bleeding?
Usually, depends on the situation and if the clients can have. Sometimes I'm using either I'm warming up the muscle first with a cream, a vac. With the sports massage, I usually always wax because I prefer the wax, heating wax. So I'm warming up the muscle with that and help
Mhm.
them. And then I start the massage with that a little bit to um, uh, uh, make the blood flow to go on the area that I
Mhm.
want to massage. And then I'm going to do the massage. Here is not a tool that you can use for an hour, but definitely as a starting point, or when you see that some muscle are quite difficult to massages, to massage actually, you just going with that a little bit and you help with the blood flow on the area. And so with the nourishment of the muscle, with remove the waste product of the cell respiration and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
I
So
use it
definitely,
before I use it before cupping to see that cup stays.
yeah, yeah. So I found that one. Um, I'm trying sometimes to use no, and that's basically is the only tools that I'm mainly using
Mhm.
because when you are mobile, you cannot bring with you much. When I'm doing the reflexology, I'm using sometimes the six for the reflexology,
Mhm.
when with people that I want a little bit of pressure, more pressure, and maybe my hands are tired, so I will use that. But mostly I'm trying to use yeah, just my hands, my arms, my elbow, and I'm playing a lot with the wax, or sometimes I use even the CBD oil
Mhm.
or the CBD cream, because that will help a lot to soften out the muscle and make it more pliable. Because if they are too tight, you risk to damage the muscle instead of helping
Mhm.
the muscle itself. So we have to be very careful on what we are doing while we are doing and how we are doing, definitely.
Is there some advice you can give the listeners?
Um, yeah, what I'm gonna say is whenever you decide to learn a new technique, um, go in a school that maybe it's a little bit harder to do it, but you know that when you learn well and you learn in a professional way. And when you go to sleep, you have your conscience that is, you know, allow you to sleep well. And that's first things. Second, you have always to learn. Even if you don't do courses, but when you see other people, learn from them. Maybe they learn their mistakes because maybe they were your mistakes. And now you know that you don't have to do anymore because those mistakes can twist or do something to your twinge your muscle, something like that, something that instead of make the clients better is worse. Um, Go to the championship because the championship is an experience, even if you don't win a medal, to learn. Because trust me, there are so many people, they when they go there, they do video because it's a free course. It's a free course of 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, I don't know. But is a free course for the people. Um, um, Learn from those podcasts, definitely, because you learn maybe new technique that you weren't even um,
Know about.
you know about. Exactly. So you didn't know that they were existing and maybe can be useful for your clients. So what I'm thinking on is listen to your colleague. Maybe they know things that you don't know. Professional development is very, very important. We need to always learn.
Yes.
Because we stop learning when we die. And I think learning, being humble, it will help you to be a better perfectionist, definitely. And it is not about the money only. It's a lot of people I met in this year. Oh, they think about money. They think, no, it's not only about the money, it's about helping people first and foremost.
But you forgot
And
something very important.
yeah,
Do you know what?
because even when you do a simple rub on the back in a spa, is a way anyway that help you to um, relax because you had a stressful week, because you had problems in your mind, because many things. So we are helping, and why not to do it at the best of our ability and see the smile on the face at the end of the clients. So when you do this, when if you want to do this profession, do it with your heart, not just with your pocket for the pocket,
Yes,
because it's
but the
very
most
important.
important thing, Laura, is that you take care of yourself first before you
And yes,
go. That's
and
what I
yeah,
wanted to hear from you. But it's really important to take care of ourselves because if you're
yeah,
standing wrong, you have the wrong ergonomy.
yeah,
You have pain, and the pain you give to your clients
yeah,
because you're standing and the energy is, we are connected when we do the
yeah.
treatment.
But yeah, definitely you're right. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, yes, that's the most important thing. So what I'm saying to my students is first learn the posture and body dynamic because to preserve yourself.
Mhm.
Because if you preserve yourself, you can work long hour and for many many years. And second, work for your clients in this way. Like we are when we are on the airplane, no, they always said the oxygen mask first put it yourself and then put it on the people that are besides you. And that's the same things with a massage. If you don't preserve yourself, how you can help others?
Yes, yes, yes. Laura, I want to thank you for this conversation tonight, for your time, and I want to thank the listeners also for their time to listen to us. And if they want to have some questions for me or for Laura, you can write it on the YouTube channel, and or me or Laura will answer it. And I will really thank you for everything that you did for tonight and said tonight and shared tonight. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much for having me. And I will promise I will never make mistakes. Instead of Fabiana, Fabina.
You're not, it's Frederica's fault. I know. No, it's Andrea's fault. Andreas wrote my name wrong. And it's still, also now I was in the championship,
Oh,
I
really?
had the wrong name. And I just said bye. And they called me and I knew it was me, but I will really go away. So, and then after a while, of course, I turned, but, I just said, okay, who are you calling? Hey, you. Oh, no, no, no. It's not my name. Well, we are joking about it. So thank you very much. I want to say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye. Have a
See
good
you next
night.
within 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.